When we exercise, we need to have the right music or else we're going to blow the whole routine. We don't move right, our heart rate doesn't get to the right rhythm, and if we put the right one right in place, then we see amazing results. My name's Nick Tabor, I'm a personal trainer, and I talk about this stuff because I've lived through it, and man, oh god, this one is a fun question. This came in on Facebook, and I actually wanted to do an entire video on this. Music. Okay, music is one of those things that is so super important because it is a storytelling way to be able to help everybody. Like, why is some music so good? Why does some songs speak to people while others don't? The reason is because the rhythm of it is perfect. Like, the rhythm of it really helps tell a story and connects with our natural rhythm. People who are more angry listen to more angry music. People who are more relaxed might listen to jazz or some R&B. Or if you want to have a particular type of mood, you're gonna put some music on that reflects that particular type of mood. Like, if you're on a date with somebody and you suddenly put on, I don't know, early Metallica from the 80s, and, I don't know, maybe that's your thing, maybe that's your thing, and maybe that helps, where it's like, but I can't see Search and Destroy being, on a first date where you're like, oh, and that's why I like 50s music always appears at some diners, because it creates that atmosphere. Now that's super important because what we want to do is, when it comes to music itself, you're picking the right music. I can remember very distinctly picking the wrong music and always wondering, like, when I first started really getting into working out, why some gyms never put the right music on for me and why I fell out of love for it. I worked at this gym when I first became a trainer. Oh, there's a reason why I didn't fit in, and I didn't realize this until years later. All they played was wicked hardcore rap. And I'm not that dude. That doesn't speak to me. And it's like, and it was really super loud. And it's really, really, really loud. Like, that's nothing stereotypical, but that's what it sounded like to me, where you just, like, I couldn't mentally put myself in the right place when I'm working on anything or like when I'm trying to build muscle, because it didn't hit me there. I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to... I put headphones on, but it was like the headphones only covered so much, and it still put it in a place that the rhythm of the gym was just threw me right off. Even working with some clients, or people would come in and they're like, yeah, I'm kind of good. And I'm like, I get it. Like, I get it. It wasn't the right feel. And other gyms that I was in where they'd play this really heavy poppy music or whatever was on top 40. And I'm like, all right, I don't feel it. I throw my own music on, but it was at a right rhythm. But I'm like, okay. I'm kind of feeling this groove. I'm feeling good. And, one gym that I work at now allows me to put, I control the music off of my phone, which is really, really good because then I can set my own atmosphere, especially when I'm working out or if I'm there alone. So the question in general is, how does music help? What can we do? How can we find the right music? A lot of it really, let's just jump into it, honestly. 3 steps you could do it. Number 1 that we want to do is find your own personalized rhythm, what works, and it's going to be a lot of trial and error. I'd recommend first, make sure you have some sort of streaming service, whether it's Sonos, Spotify, or anything like that, and then you can test some songs out. I don't recommend getting a playlist because you get the same songs over and over again and you just go brr. Like, eventually, like when you do exercises, you don't do the same exercises all the time. You want to change your exercise, you want to change your music, and you want to change that mood in particular. but pick something. My recommendation personally is to, if you have a gym that has Wi-Fi, put a YouTube app on your phone and then just find some random artist that'll help you. It's always something new or something you're feeling quite nostalgic for that you could just set and forget it and then just let it play. Number 2, while we're at it, you want to pick the music that is right for the particular exercise you're doing. Like if it's really a if you were doing cardio versus also doing something like maybe back or doing triceps or biceps, or maybe you're doing arms that day, and you want to do something that puts you in a right zen zone, zen zone. Hey, I got it. Okay, so you want to put yourself in the right zen zone. Yeah, I did it twice. Cool. To be able to work on those muscles and to be able to do the exercise, and then you pick something different for cardio. What I do is when I go into the gym and I work on I find my muscle groups that I want to work on. Like let's say, okay, I'm working on my back. I'm going to find a particular thing that's really slow, but I'm going to find something that matches the mood. Or if I'm in a really bad mood, I'm going to find music that is the opposite of what my mood really is. So if we pick songs like, my cardio classes, when I do aero karate, I usually pick a lot of pop, a lot of Taylor Swift, a lot of Justin Timberlake, but high energy songs that, everybody knows. Maybe it's not as offensive, but then people are feeling their groove and people are feeling really good about it. And then we just really have a good vibe going and we feel good. So it's like, okay, that's the opposite of what's going on. But if you're in a really trashy mood, like you just barely got to the gym, maybe you're feeling a little sick that day, or you're just kind of like, ugh, like it's just, or maybe you didn't sleep that well. So like, you're not going to put on lullaby music if you didn't sleep well. You're going to put on something that's a little harder, a little more peppy. Like, I don't know, just right off the top of my head, anything from 90s ska. Pick on like Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. I'd play it if we weren't on YouTube right now, honestly. But just anything that has good energy trumpets or something to be able to has good rock music or Brian Setzer or something, just to be able to say, okay, you got that rhythm, and then something else that has, a good high beat when I do my cardio. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to pick it up, keep myself motivated, but right in the zone, that zen zone, that's the biggest part of it. All right, number 3. I mentioned this a little earlier, but the one thing we want to do is we don't want to keep the same music. Keep an open mind on everything that is there. Like choose anything, whatever you feel you're in the mood for. It's probably it. And that's why I recommend having a streaming service to pick your music. It's just, okay, you could set something, especially like YouTube, you could set it for 1.5 speed instead of regular speed, just to pick up a little bit more. And like, okay, that kind of works, that's good. But then pick any random artist, or you can do playlist or something, but never pick a playlist that you prepare to play more than once or more than twice, because we get very easily bored and we wake up, we are never the same person. So we always want to find the right music every time and just be open to anything and keep an open mind with anything you got. I walk into a gym, I never have the same music twice. I remember when I was working on really losing weight, becoming 305 pounds, down to 200 pounds where I am now. I was down way lower than I am, but okay, I remember very distinctly playing sappy country music on the treadmill. And I was like, and it's like one of those, like, Larlene left me and she never wiped her shoes when she walked out of my heart type, country music. And I'm like, wow, that's just different. But it was what hit me then. And it just, to me, it's always funny, So pick the right music and you'll have great workouts. As always, we climb. I will see you in the next video right there.